Alright, the lonk is a wonk. Oh, how's it going, folks? Time for more Link's Awakening. We left off last time, right before the game's big reveal. The big plot twist, that sort of thing. And we're gonna pick it up where we left off today. Well, speaking of today, I've been playing The Alliance Alive today. And I'm really liking it. It's a saga game. And I love me some saga games. So that game's been pretty good. Well, the best way to attain certainty about sneezing is to just go ahead and sneeze. And, you know, once it's out of the way, then you know that you're good. That's how I do it anyway. As long as my mute button works. Alright, where were we? Just finished Catfish Maw. That's right, I thought the boss was gonna give me trouble. And then it didn't, because I managed to get enough hits in one shot. Okay, so there's a few things that we want to do. We want to get more seashells, obviously. I'm missing, what, 13? Before I can get the level 2 sword? I think we can get some of these. Yeah. So, I discovered something that I didn't know about. There is there's a menu here where you can see where all the pieces of heart you found were. So that if you happen to be, you know, cheating and using, you know, guides and that sort of thing, oh, you can just check off which ones you got. It's very nice. I think it's a great system. Alright, so let's start by collecting some things. Oh, earlier today, on FF3, I mentioned that I was going to the eye doctor today. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to stream or anything like that. But, I think, I'm not certain why, but I think it's as a result of, you know, just being really good at keeping my eyes open. Even when weird stuff happens, they didn't have to dilate my eyes. They got really good pictures of them in the, where you're, you know how they take pictures of the inside of your eyeballs? So you can see if there's any damage or anything in there. And I managed to just, like, keep them completely open even through the flash and everything, so they got great pictures and I didn't have to get the weird stuff in my eyes. So I can play games. It's exciting. Alright. That flower gets us in to talk to Christine the goat. And she will also give us... After we deliver it, I believe she will give us a seashell. That would be how it ought to work, anyway. Yeah, I have my yearly eye exam. Eyeballs are healthy, which is honestly shocking to me considering how much time a day I spend looking at computer screens or TV screens or all kinds of screens. But it's good. It's nice to have my health in at least that one aspect. Now, not everything is perfect. I've got a scar in my left eye. That's, you know, unrelated to anything weird that I might have done. More specifically, I didn't do anything weird. I just have a scar due to unrelated illness. So, you know, my eyesight on one side is a little screwy, just because that thing's in the way. But it's not any kind of, like, degradation due to age or anything like that. Which is nice. Just like getting an extra heart container. News wasn't quite that good on my biometric screening or anything like that, but, you know, I'll take what I can get. Try to put in some kind of effort to be healthy a lot of the time. Okay, let's see, where to next? Let's deliver the letter. Where's the closest one? I guess it's Mambo's Pond. It's kind of amazing that it's that far away. Alright. You know, I don't know that I really want to pay for Crazy Tracy's medicine, because I could get one in the next dungeon. Actually, you can get one in each of the last 3 dungeons. There's a medicine. One thing that Crazy Tracy does that the regular medicine does not is heal you. That is a concern. And I probably ought to fill those bottles too. We've got a few things to do before we get on to the next dungeon. And a lot of it involves just getting tons of stuff. This is a very good time. Like, getting the hookshot is a great time for also getting stuff. It's kind of the last real barrier to anything, really. Progression, that's the word I'm looking for. Last barrier to progression. Alright, build me a city, Mr. Wright. Yeah, it's a letter. For you. Now wait just a darn minute here. That is not the person who sent this letter. There's even a hoof print in there as well. Like, it's very clear that this is not who sent the letter. Sure, I'll take a broom. Broom just happens to be what we're gonna need. All right. I think there was a chest here that I never got. Fortunately, it's probably just money. Yeah, it's just money. That's fine. We can turn that into a... I think we turned that into a piece of heart. Oh, did I miss one? The obvious thing is over there, but I don't think it's there. Oh, there's a piece of heart up there, though, that I didn't get. Hello! Piece of heart, where are you? Or, seashell. Ah, there it is. Great. Now let me tell you what's not so great. What's not so great is the last dungeon of FF3. It's bad. It's really bad. It is... like, the whole end of that game is kind of a disaster. From the Cave of Shadows onward, it's not the best. But in particular, you can't warp. Not out of Eureka, not out of the Crystal Tower. The enemies are constant, the back attacks, constant. Ambushes are constant. And the thing that really gets me is, you know, obviously I lost to Zan. He killed me easily. But, I've run the numbers. You know, I consulted some guides and the like, and they say, well, you should probably be level 55 plus to beat the game. But I've been trying to figure out, you know, what's the minimum level you can beat the game at, because I don't want to grind. Like, grinding is just a mess, and I'm probably going to have to do, you know, the FF3 Walk of Shame anyways, and go up the tower, get all the treasures, down the tower, save, down into Eureka, sell everything I can't use, and buy shurikens, just to make sure I can put out enough damage to win. But even with any levels that, you know, I'm going to gain from that, I don't think it's going to be enough to beat the game, because, you know, climbing the tower gets you to 44, maybe? Getting back down might get you to 45. And if my math is correct, you need 16 levels in the stages, so that their multiplier on summons goes from 1 to 3, which is just... Summons work weird. They have a level over 8 times 3 divided by 2 in their formula, their multiplier formula, so it's just a... it's a mess. That the end result is that if you get to job level 17, or you gain 16 levels in Sage, you get 2 extra multipliers on your summon damage, so Bahamut just destroys things. But I also need 49 to get another attack multiplier on everybody else, since you can't dual wield. You have to use the Crystal Shield, or your magic defense won't be high enough to survive even one Medio. And that's with, you know, 3,300 health. Like, sometimes they just roll high and do 3,500 on everybody and you just die. Like, that's the thing about the end of FF3. It's like that old Star Trek Next Generation episode with, that's a Wesley episode, of course. But they do, like, you know, Starfleet war games, and, you know, Wesley gets owned, as is the tradition. And Picard tells him, you know, it's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. It's not weakness, it's life. It's also FF3. Possible to commit no mistakes and still lose is peak FF3. Sometimes the boss will just Medio you 2 turns in a row and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. His Cure 4, even with the extra multipliers, a multi-target, 2 multi-target Cure 4s is not enough to heal you back into the range of survival. In fact, 3 wouldn't be enough. It's just... man, everything's so strong at the end of that game. Alright, we got a seashell. Good, good. And I believe I can finish the trading quest now, so let's do that. That'll also get us the boomerang, more shells. It's a good time. Great. Now, sadly, we can't use this fishing hook on the fishing pond. That would be interesting if we could. But I know someone who can use it. just got to, oops. Oh no, there's not a thing there. I could have sworn there was a piece of heart down there. Guess not. Alright, so first things first. Secrets are like water when it comes to bridges. Which is that's such a good clue, by the way. Secrets are like water when it comes to bridges. And you're right next to this bridge. It's a fantastic clue. And 30 is enough to get another thing from Seashell Man, I believe. You can get there too. There's an awful lot of cleanup early on, but this is kind of the point in the game where like all the quests come to a head. It is a fishing hook, yes. Alright. Here we go. Ah, so they kept the necklace. Yeah, that's right, they kept the necklace. But they also kept the lucky. The implication that it's something a little more risque than a necklace. Which it was in the original game. Only in Japan, though. English version was always the mermaid's necklace. In the original Japanese version, though, it's her top. And she's just hiding because she's topless. Now, I don't know for certain, but I've heard that that the mermaid is Martha, and that's why it's Martha's Bay. That makes sense to me, so you know, in general I choose to believe it. But I don't know that it's really stated anywhere. There we go. Alright. So, you can see the statue here is missing a scale. Just put that right there. And, you know, for some reason that makes a door open. So shield's up in here. Because you hear weird stuff, but can't see anything. Oh hey, it's slimes. Alright, so the trading quest is finished. That is the last thing. Let's go get a prize. That's a terrible prize. Yeah, the dungeon creation stuff at Dumpy is, not good. It's definitely more of a prototype than something that's like a real good feature of the game. Oh. I guess I haven't gone there yet. That's fine, though. We need to go down to Martha's Bay. There we go. Alright, so now that we have the magnifying lens, certain things that were previously invisible are now visible. Most of those things are enemies, but some are friendly. Actually, I think I'd like a little more money. Just a little more money before we do this. Let me just open this up real fast. Actually, you know what? Let's not do this right now. I want to get, enough money to buy a thing. Oh, but I know a good place for that, now that I think about it. It's a place where we can get all the cash we want. It's not here, though. We're here for a seashell. Alright, so now that we got the magnifying lens, we can see this Zora. He buys our silence with a seashell. And he will, this guy's not in the original game, of course. So he gives you a clue that you should go down to, that door we were at before. I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking I might have missed a piece of heart. Is there one in here? Yes, there is. We get a little heal. I kind of like having the no hearts in hero mode. It makes your ability to heal important. First, let's trigger Frakes. Ancient ruins. Speak of the windfish. Alright. There's a plot dump shrine and an actual dungeon. We're supposed to go to the plot dump shrine first. But what I'm actually going to do is minigames. This is a pretty good minigame, though. Certainly a lucrative one. When fish slumbers long, the hero's life gone. So my interpretation of that is that if the windfish continues to sleep, like, I guess I'm just here for the rest of my life. Yeah, which isn't the worst. Wouldn't be the worst thing. It's a nice island. Marin's cool. I like Marin. This place also has a fairy fountain right next to it, which is very nice. We'll be able to just get our fairies right back after this dungeon. Oh, I'll get a piece of heart, too. Man, we got two heart containers so far this stream without not doing any dungeons. That's efficiency. Alright, so we could come here as soon as we get the hook shot. This is one of the things that's unlocked by having it. That is the River Rapids game. It's quite costly, but worth it. It's run by Trendy Game Guys, Surfer Bro, brother.
Yeah.
Alright, we want the Rapids Raid. Because we're going to get piles and piles of stuff, and also cheat physics, and it's going to be great. Alright, so the first thing we're going to get is a piece of heart. And I'm pretty sure I saw Link T-posing there on that thing. Got the T-pose Link. There he is. We got him. Rupees, not the best. Far from secrets, okay. But we also want to get down there. There is a shell on that island. You just go ahead and get some free rupees. Fine. I'm sure the laws of physics are thrilled about all of this. They love hookshot, it's their favorite. What? Ooh. Whoa. I got slightly wrecked there. Alright, let's see what I can make of this. Yeah. How you like them physics? I will not be defeated. There we go. Now we're raking in the cash. Yep, one more and I think we turn a profit. That's fine, it can be this one. Link T-posing to assert dominance over physics. Nice. Nice. Alright, how are we doing? 33. 33, that's a good number. Yeah, that one we have to actually come in from at the dungeon. Great. Very successful river run. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. Nice of those mushrooms to, well, almost leave me alone while I was just floating along. Alright. I think that's enough fooling around. Let's do dungeon number 6, the Face Shrine. First things first, you gotta get the key. To get the key, you gotta learn the terrible secret of Koholint Island. You also gotta learn that the arrows are what you need to take out Armos Knights. See, now one of these has a staircase under it, I believe. There it is. It's 34? 34. 6 more. We'll definitely have the sword by the 7th dungeon. You can get it by 6, but you have to play a lot more minigames, I believe. You've got to get like a second one out of a trendy game, and you get them for fishing, and a bunch of other stuff that I don't really have the patience for. Dungeon creation with Dampy. Alright, let's see if I can... Oh no, no! Not the Guardian Acorn. I don't want the Guardian Acorn, I want... That's fine, I guess. Oh, well. Alright. So the Armos Knight is not defeated with arrows. That's how it was in Link to the Past, but not here. This one's got tougher armor. Oh, this music is great. This whole soundtrack is great, but got that Ballad of the Windfish remix. To the Finder. The Isle of Koholint is but an illusion. It's fake. It's not real. Human, monster, sea, sky. A writer made it up. Seen on the lid of a sleeper's eye. Wake the dreamer, and Koholint will vanish, much like a bubble on a needle. Rip everybody. You should know the truth. That's right. That's right. This is the story of Link's Awakening all along. It's all right here. Alright, let's take Frakes off. Perhaps I'm making a little bit too much light of a very serious story moment that kind of blew my mind as a kid. I didn't like the idea that to beat the game, you know, I had to make everybody stop existing. Especially Marin. To this day, one of the best just a dream stories there's ever been. Uh-huh, yeah, I read it. And then, here's the owl to, make sure that you actually continue playing the game and don't just stop. The owl's like, well, it might not be true. It's like a treasure chest or a box of chocolates. And he gives you half of Darth Vader's speech from Empire Strikes Back, and we're on to the next dungeon. Man, the music there is so good. And actually, the face shrine music is really good as well. Like, all of the tracks in this game are great, but the best ones are the ones that mix in like the original Game Boy chiptunes. And Face Shrine is one of those, and it's fantastic. I thought I'd be excited to do Face Shrine again, since it's also kind of a tough dungeon. But music's just that good. Yep, mind blowing. Mind equals blown. And I could go get the boomerang right now, but I think that's not good for the flow of the game. We gotta get our dungeon on now. Oh man, this mushroom guy is taking me out. This is not good. I suppose the good news is that there's secret medicine in the shrine. And I've still got my bottles. I'm doing it. I'm walking on your roof. Can't stop me. You guys aren't even alive, huh? Alright, Dungeon 6, Face Shrine. Guess who? It's wizards. Always with the wizards. Well, there it is. I don't think this is the right way to go. Don't think that's the right way. Surprise, more wizards. Ain't it always more wizards? One thing that I would have liked is for that music to not play while you have the Guardian Acorn. At least in dungeons. Alright, so we've already taken some damage, but here's the face shrine. It looks kind of like the boss icon in the game. Like the nightmare icon in the original game. It's neat. Just clean that up real fast. Alright, well there's all the regular dungeon items. Only one we're missing, of course, is the boss key. Wizards. Ain't it always? How's that? Simultaneous takedown. Get wrecked, Wizrobes. That was perfect. There we go. Alright, let's read some words of wisdom from the owl statue. Look at the space where the eyes have walls. Huh. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna check real fast where this goes. I don't remember. Got the giant green snot orbs from the Super Mario World Ghost House. Oh. Oh, this is a good place that I want to be. Hang on. Oh, boy. I think this is how you get the dungeon item. Oh man, I should have gone there first thing. Oh, wizards, no. have to be on this side. There we go. I'm paying very close attention to my health, though. It's almost time to use a fairy, I think. Although, I could potentially get a piece of heart, I believe. I think there's a piece of heart accessible here. There we go, the more powerful bracelet. So you lift elephant statues. Okay, that's supposed to be a fairy, but hero mode. Well, that ain't useful. Alright, so now I can go in that upper left corner. We just finished clearing out the left side of the dungeon. Wouldn't go so far as to say it'll be great, but it'll be good. As long as I don't get murdered by wizards, obviously. I should keep my bombs topped off as well. We might need some bombs. A lot of bombs. There we go. That's the shell we saw on the way down. Couldn't get 35, just 5 more. We're getting there. We're getting close. Oh, actually, this makes me wonder. Where do I go back to if I warp from here? Hopefully not here. Excellent, good. Alright, so that takes care of basically the left side of the dungeon. Let's head on to the right side. Now here's some classic stuff. One thing that made its way in from Link to the Past, inadvisably. I always hate the tile rooms, they just kind of slow you down. But, you know, shields up and you just get through it. Oh, it's a big pile of wizards, huh? It's a regular Quidditch World Cup. Alright, so I'm going to pick this up first. Maybe I'm not going to pick this up first. Because I need the crystals to be in a different configuration. Okay, there is something I can get up here. Good. Alright, so I got that, so I shouldn't need to super backtrack, just regular backtrack. Tell you what, though, I am gonna Mambo back and trip the crystal switch. I think that might be a little more expedient than trying to find another one, that I don't know if there is another one. Ugh. Alright. Let's hope that's the only fairy that I use. Hide behind this. And luckily, you know, in this version of the game, you don't have to redo the thing every single time. It's very, very helpful. Like, once you clear the room once, you're good. Nice. Alright, so we got Crazy Tracy's medicine. Life is good. Let's move on. I should have done that. Alright. Flappy Boy. I love the Flappy Boy. This is such a goofy boss. Oh, no, he's gonna knock me out of the room. This is not good. There's no escape, no! Oh, I gotta restart the fight. I'm not owned. The dodgeball boss, that's what he is. Alright, so if you go through here, you get warped backwards. Trick is that there is a staircase. This is another one that you just gotta wait out. Not much else to it. It's a good time to get a sip of water, as long as you can hold down the R button at the same time. Okay. Just checking the map. Okay, yeah, we want to go up. will have to interact with the chest knights, though. So in the original Link's Awakening, these things are just kind of like horse heads. I get that they were always supposed to be like knight chess pieces, but oops. There we go. But they just kind of moved randomly in the original, as far as I remember. But they move like knights in chess in this, so it's a lot easier. Don't get thwomped. Thwomped is not a good thing. Now here's a nice callback to the original Zelda. Pole's voice still explode when they hear sound. It's cool. Oops. There we go. Gold rupee. Nice. I've used both fairies. Unfortunate, because it's time to bomb some Dodongos. And you gotta beat them, or else you can't get the boss key. The only thing that gets me is they kind of have this downtime where they won't eat anything. So it's a little annoying needing to wait for them. But fortunately they aren't difficult. Open a treasure chest and use the pots around it. So this chest doesn't open. But you can kind of see it's got like the jar image on the lock, and the owl tells you that you have to hit it with a pot to open it. I think it's the only chest in the game that that's the case. But that's everything. Now we just got to get back through that passage earlier. And dodge wizards, of course. Always be dodging wizards. Oh no, dang, it's not this one. Not this one. It's the one past the boss, past the mini-boss. I just did this. I swear I just did this. I don't have that much brain damage. So while we're backtracking, speaking of backtracking, of course, off-screen for FF3, I'm undergoing the task of getting all the treasure out of the tower and then selling it. And we'll just see how it goes. So whatever levels I get, I get. That's great. And any money that I get is going to be spent on Shuriken. That's just how it's going to be. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. Well, luckily I got that medicine, so it's not all bad. Just most bad. It'll make things nice and clean for this boss fight. Which is actually one of the ones that they have, they've changed this one up a little bit from the original game. And, you know, I kind of like what they did. Yeah, it's a face shrine, so it's a face. Now, in the original game, you could just walk over this guy and not take any damage. But they changed that here, so you don't actually want to touch him. It makes him a lot more dangerous. They've increased the spawn rate of pits. Makes it a little difficult. And as he takes more damage, the pits really start coming after you. Whereas in the original game, you just spawn one pit at a time. It would be really easy to avoid instead of a bazillion pits. This is face of Nick Jr. It is. Now you're stuck in Ohio. that is face from Nick Jr. I knew he was evil. I knew it. I love the eye twitch. See the twitch over there? That's pretty good. Alright. I honestly wish this was a cowbell, but I'll take it. It's a triangle. It's still pretty good. Mountain. Something calls from the mountains. What could it be? Fear that the windfish will awaken. Fly like a bird. Can't say fly like an eagle though because we get sued. Alright, so the good news is we can just refill the bottles right here. Alright, now we got some stuff to do. Let's see. I think first... First, let's reveal this last bit of map down here. That's what we gotta do. And, that's why I needed to save up all this money. Not just for the boomerang, but because we gotta pay to be able to get into the next dungeon. And to get in, we gotta do this. The Signpost Maze, which is just a very bizarre place, but you gotta do it. Start here. Go this way. So you gotta follow all the signs exactly. And just stay on the line. And heaven help you if you screw up, because you have to start over. So this one's a little tricky. You gotta go up. Let's get online. This way. Go this way. What's that one song they use in Rips all the time? Go My Way. Just imagine I played that right here. Except I'm not getting sued. Oh, and you also have to make sure you never, that you don't read the same sign twice. That would be disastrous. You'd be big sad, for sure. Great, I did it. So, doing that somehow drains the water. Don't ask me how it works. I don't make the rules. But it lets us find Wart from Super Mario 2. Guess he's Mamu in Japan. So we can pay him and listen to the worst song ever. Like, this is actually painful. It's the Vogon poetry of music. Oh my god. Paid 300 rupees to have our eardrums destroyed by a frog. Even the dead find no rest around this song. And it's a good thing, too. Because we either go wake up a dead thing. I'm just checking to see if they got a seashell in. I've heard there's 2 in the Trendy game, but I've never seen the second one. Alright. Here sleeps the Flying Rooster. Now that we have the level 2 power bracelet, we can open this up and do a little bit of grave robbing. But is it really grave robbing? If the occupant isn't dead? Mamu's song is so bad, it drags the Flying Rooster's soul back from the world beyond and revives it. And now we can just fly. Fly, chicken, fly. Flying Rooster is great. Just enormously powerful. Even Bow Wow doesn't try to eat him. Like, Bow Wow respects the Flying Rooster and its power. Alright. So now that I've got a bunch of cash and the like, let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, so we'll trade him our shovel. Now, in Link's Awakening Original, you can always trade the boomerang back for whatever item you gave him. But here, you can just buy it back. And now you get all of them. So yeah, the last 2 items here, one is a bottle, and the other is the item in the final dungeon. And of course, like all your other companions, the rooster spins when you warp, and it's really cute. Alright, let's see what the owl has to say this time. So he tells us which direction to go. You can go east or west, and there's a dungeon at the end of each path. But you'll only be able to get to the eastern one, because you need the item from the Eagle's Tower to get to the west. Needing to jump is just a suggestion nowadays. Needing to dash is also just a suggestion nowadays. That's the power of Rooster. Oh. I see a shell. There we go. 36. I think we can get 4 more easy. Oh, that's right. It was this one from before. And then there's this building up here, the chicken coop, which is just kind of a bizarre place. This kind of gives you a hint, but it's a fairly obvious one. Not the most useful hint in the world. Here's another. It's 38. Alright, so here we can see the next dungeon. That is the Eagle's Tower. We need the key first. And that's right over here. We'll need the help of the rooster. First, I want to heal up. Best way to do that at this moment is with this heart piece that we've been able to see all game, but now we can finally get to it. Probably going to end the game with 18 hearts, which is pretty good. Alright, this place. I remember when I was a kid, I came up here a lot earlier than you're supposed to. And you know, I didn't have the flying rooster. So the whole thing was like I kept trying ways to get around this with just like the Pegasus boots and the Roc's feather. And that's how I learned the, you know, some of the physics behind how Link falls into pits in Link's Awakening. How weird it is. And, you know, I almost got there once. I do believe speedrunners make use of this and just don't even ever get the flying rooster or anything like that. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Don't want to fall down. And we can get another shell in this cave. Such value. Yeah, so these chests, you might think that they have money in them, but they actually have slimes in them. They are not good chests. And they all have slimes in them. And the chests keep repopulating every time you come in. It's a real mess. close. One more. One more. I'm pretty sure there's one more on the way to the tower. I would like very much to do Dungeon 7 with quad damage. Oh, speaking of quad damage, I guess this isn't completely related since quad damage is Quake, right? But Doom Eternal got delayed. I don't recall if I talked about this or not, but Doom Eternal got delayed, which makes me very sad. I am really looking forward to that game. But the funny thing about it is to when it was delayed. They delayed Doom Eternal, and it now releases on the same day as Animal Crossing. I can't even think of two games that are further apart on, like, the violence spectrum than Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing. It's just bizarre. That's the way forward, but there's also a fairy fountain. Oh, and a warp point. Yeah, you don't want to give up your shovel because you need it to excavate the warp point. Wish my Cure 4s and FF3 did as much healing as that. Full heals. Huh. Need one more shell? Or can I get one more shell? We gotta get this sword. It is of dire importance. Getting stabbed in the face is not of dire importance, though. We should not do that. Oh, this is the wrong place. This is the Egg Mountain. Alright. Tamaranch. Let's visit the Windfish. Then there's somewhere. There ain't Yoshi in that egg. Alright. So for this last shell, I'm going to go back towards the west again. I guess I could show off the defense mechanism for the last dungeon as well. Or rather, the impassable obstacle. Where'd my rooster go? He's just gone! Oh, there he is. Now he's back. It's fine, Rooster. You don't need to help me this time. I'll just hook shot across. Just gonna disappear like that. Alright. This part's a bit much. Where are these rocks coming from? Oh no, no, we're special, just the sky. Just rocks falling out of the sky. It's fine. Think nothing of it. This is also where the last upgrade is. Finally carry more powder. Yay. At that little devil. Since I'm here, I'm gonna get a piece of heart. That'll be how I heal. Alright, so the reason that we can't get to the last dungeon right now and do level 8 first is because of this. Just this big unpleasant stream of fire that we can't get past yet. We'll learn soon enough how to get past it. But before that... Nice. Alright, here we go. Finally here. A new power. Yeah, the Covalent sword was just called, the L2 sword in the original. But I like that they gave it a name and a unique look, and that it doesn't look like the Master Sword. Let's pay Crazy Tracy. I feel like I might need multiple medicines. So we'll get, we'll buy one and then we'll pick up the other one if we need it. That'll pump you up. Oh, the price went up. Now we're going to do Eagle's Tower. Which is... like this. Oh yeah. So, covalent sword. Sword beams. Got those sword beams at full health. You know it. You love it. It's sword beams. They do half the damage of a hit. But, you know, since I've got level 2 sword and the red tunic, it's quad damage for a regular hit, so the beams just do double. Which is crazy. Now, this dungeon. This thing was the bane of my existence as a child. I hated this dungeon. It's still rough, it's just rough. Just, you know, slicers everywhere. Whenever you're going into rooms, there's constant damage coming at you. And you also have to think in terms of like vertical spatial awareness, which is not something that the game asks you to do at all for the entire rest of the game. But when you're, you know, 4 or 5 years old and you're playing this thing for the first time, on a 2D plane, being asked to think in 3D, it was a tough time. Alright, so the bounce it takes depends on what color it hits. So you want it to hit on white as the Black Knight to bounce up. Alright, so if we look at the map, 4 floors, but I don't believe there's any way to actually get to the 4th floor. But if you see where it is, it's right there in the middle, and there's this big hole in the center of the 3rd floor. So that, combined with, you know, the bird hint, or the owl hint that we'll eventually get, easy to believe, okay, we have to get the 4th floor down to the 3rd floor. And we do that by taking out those pillars. Like the one that used to be here. Whoa! Alright, so I might be a little quiet in this dungeon. Just because I need my brain power to work. And it's not guaranteed to do so, because this place is just nasty. Come on, guys, get out of the... Huh. Ah! Compass, that's nice. Okay. Got all the blue ones down. That should... Oh, that was almost disaster. So if the ball falls, you go back to... Here, it goes back to its starting point. Not the best place for it to be. Kirby? Is that you, Kirby? No! Just trying to say hi to Kirby. I don't want to get hit by lasers. But yes, it's him. It's really him. Anti-Kirby. So Mirror Shield can reflect BMOS shots, which is good. But, more importantly, it will also reflect fire. That's how we're going to get through to the next dungeon. Kerbo, no. No. Can't believe Kirby's gone bad. No! Kirby, please! Alright. Okay, there's a key. That's good. We need that. Whoops. Okay. This seems right. Then I go over here. The goal is to bring down those 4 pillars, right? But in general, what happens is, like, you get rid of 3 of them, and then the 4th is a real pain. And it's the 4th one that makes this dungeon take forever. But I don't think it has to. Like, I want to believe there's just a better way to do this. Alright, so I gotta get this orb back this way. Oh, no, this is fine. This should be just fine. Yeah. That goes there. And then I come around the other way. Oh, this is actually, it says, really quite a logical progression to it that I just didn't see when I was a dumb kid. What a shock. Oops. Well, I think I may have screwed it up, but I'm not sure. No, that's right. It's got to be orange, because I can't get out if it's not orange. Nice. Alright, so that's the boss arena. You get a nice little preview there. Got a bunch of lovely spikes and a platform you can fall off of, and it's in 2D. Let's see. Orange down. Oh, I don't know if this is technically supposed to be possible, but I'm doing it anyway. Might be slightly abusing some jump physics. But hey, all's fair. If it's all made up and the points don't matter, then I should be able to jump slash to get a little extra distance. It's fine. Works in all the other Zelda games anyways. Alright, let's see. Ah, yes, this guy. You think you can take me? Don't forget me. I guess we're going 2 rounds then. So to beat this guy, you have to hit all 6 of those in one go. I am not getting the... Okay, I was just late on that one, but some of these swings aren't quite registering. I need to turn a little. There we go. Oh, no. There we go. Lousy so-and-so. Those creeps are my best friends. What a goof. Ooh. Alright, let's see. Alright, so with the mirror shield, you can do this. It's very nice. Get that Beamos just freaking out. Alright, I suspect we're gonna need this. Seems likely. Now it's time to find out if you can save keys between dungeons. I don't think you can. But if you could, I'd be able to. The evil eagle. So in the original game, if you fall off while fighting this guy, the fight resets, and the eagle goes back to full health. But here you just fall in spikes and be sad. But he's dead now, so it's okay. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I wasn't supposed to be jump slashing across that pit. Because if I didn't do that, then I would have to have unlocked the lock block. I think. I don't know, it's weird. That's weird. Ocarina. That's the next game. Music of the Ocarina leads. Leads. Where exactly? Well, in any case, you've got one more dungeon to go. But I'm going to save that for next time. Been through quite a bit tonight. So I think heading to bed a little early is going to be good for me. And then, what do we do tomorrow? Well, tomorrow I'd love to finish either this or FF3 in the afternoon if it's not too hot. And then in the evening we'll get back to Anime Vampire game. I've kind of been jonesing to play that for a while too, all week. Alright, so that's gonna do it for me. And for Link's Awakening for the night. Which I just love that I kept this image around because it describes the entire game's plot so succinctly. Oh. Alright, have a good night.